Well, there is a chill in the air, which means that a lot of singles out there are feeling the pressure of cuffing season. Well, earlier, producer Colleen caught up with Dr. Viviana to learn more about the do's and the don'ts of this time of year.
Hi, Dr. Viviana.
Hey, Colleen. Hey, Colorado and Company.
How are you today?
I'm excited to talk about this because so many people dread it and others are really looking forward to it.
Exactly. Okay, and then for those who don't know what it is, can you break it down for us a little bit more?
So cuffing season is this kind of not so arbitrary time between October and February where a lot of singles who are unattached are looking to get attached during these major holidays coming up, including and up to Valentine's Day.
Oh my goodness, I know the apps are abuzz with this. I've been on the apps, I know what it's like. So if you're like me and on the apps and you're looking, well, I'm not looking for someone to spend the winter with, I'm okay. But if you're looking for someone to spend the winter with, should you be upfront with them right out of the gate that you wanted more of a short-term thing than a long-term thing?
I think it's important, first of all, cuffing season isn't always just for the cuffing season. It just gets started during that time. So for a lot of singles, they're looking at this as maybe a jumping into the deep end because you might be meeting friends, you might be meeting family and coworkers. And of course, there comes a little bit of pressure going into Valentine's Day. So it's not always short term, but if it is short term, you might find somebody out there who's feeling the exact same way and has the same exact needs when it comes to this pressure-filled time.
Oh, and we can't forget about the pressure of the holiday parties too. Don't want to show up to those alone. But yeah, so what other types of questions do we consider asking someone during cuffing season?
I think if you're very strategic about it, you'll want to find out things like, what are you like when you are at parties? How do you deal with families who are kind of wild or crazy or a lot of fun? And see if they kind of match up with what you're looking for. It does sound like you're kind of not just manifesting, but you're almost manipulating the season. And I think a lot of people feel that way, like, hey, I'd rather take someone that I barely know than show up alone, because some families are pretty toxic and will just hammer it in, like, where's your new boyfriend? Where's your new girlfriend? Like, what's going on with that? And giving this potential partner for cuffing season that heads up is really important. The other questions that you can ask are, when it comes to being in your last relationship, what was that like? Why did y'all break up? And if you could do it over again, what have you learned from that? You want to kind of be with somebody who's able to be introspective and retrospective.
Sure. So, and then some people might consider some of those conversations more on the serious side. When should we have those conversations? Out of the gate, kind of feel them out a little bit? What are your thoughts?
I feel like if you're trying to get attached for cuffing season, then there's no time to wait. You need to start now. If you want to be able to take somebody home or to have a fun date, somebody that you can count on and rely on to be there throughout all of cuffing season, but especially starting like with the holidays, with Thanksgiving, that might be something to consider. Just being very open and honest. Hey, this is what I'm looking for. I can be accountable. If you can, let's do this.
That all sounds great. Thank you so much, Dr. Viviana, and happy cuffing season to all those singles out there.
Good luck.
Okay, cuffing season. Well, you can get a copy of Dr. Viviana's book on her website. It's drviviana.com, and use the word Coco for 20% off. Follow her on Instagram at Dr. Viviana. We will also be having more conversations with her. So if you have a relationship question, send it our way via email to mycoco@9news.com.